fake this fake fringe looks like. I don't know, it feels like, I don't like it, to be honest. I think I'm gonna take it down. Hello everybody, welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today we are gonna review a Beauty Bay palette. More specifically, the Beauty Bay Dark Fantasy palette. I think this is a Halloween / Christmas palette, which it's interesting because it's like definitely very Halloween themed, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it like this Christmas go grunge or something like that. But this is how the palette looks like. It is indeed very like green, purpley. It gives Halloween vibes. However, you can see you have your kind of like glam, my hand hurts. Your kind of like glam shades, sparkly. You can definitely make it work. So it's an interesting twist. The reason why I bought this palette myself is because I love the shimmer in this. In general, actually, lately Beauty Bay changed their formula and these are super foiled. You can see I used a few of them, not that much though. It's the second, sorry, it's not the first time. This is the second time that I'm gonna use this palette, and today I'm going full in. What I did with it is like a Bella Swan inspired costume makeup look, so it wasn't too crazy. However, today we are going crazy. So without further ado, let's play with this, and I'm gonna also do some swatches. To be honest, I think I'm gonna use the greens. I love this machine, very emerald? I don't know if that's the word, but it's extremely mesmerizing. So I think what I'm gonna do is start off with Spaced, and I'm also gonna get you closer. Wow, this is really pigmented. I did prime my eyes with the P. Louise base, and I also did set, look at that, this is getting empty, guys. And I also did set it with my day-to-day powder for the face, just because this palette doesn't have like a neutral shade, so I worked with what I had. Anyway, so just gonna start applying this. Wow, look at that payoff. I barely even touched the pan. That is a bit mental. Okay. To be honest, I'm quite scared of shades lately, just because I don't do that much eyeshadow anymore. Oh my god, I never thought I'm gonna get to this stage in my life where I'm gonna tell you that I don't do that much eyeshadow anymore, just because I don't have time. Anyway, I'm gonna peel off the mirror thingy, just because I'm gonna need it for this eye, so you can see what the heck am I doing. You know what I did notice? I didn't blend down my primer very well out there, but it's fine. I'm just gonna get this one a tiny bit upper, like that. Looking straight so we can see if these are as even as possible. I kind of gave up on like trying to make it even perfect. I don't have time for that bullshit. I don't. I know there are like people out there who go crazy if they don't. I kind of started to embrace imperfections. I did speak on this year, I feel, more than I did before, but I'm telling you that I'm still vibing with that. And seriously, yeah, these are not perfect, but you know what? If I'm gonna manage to make them match, then fine. If not, then we leave. I'm just gonna take it off and, you know, have tomorrow another day for practicing. Yeah, this is definitely way too up. Get this one up or like this. Let's gonna get it a bit like outer, just like this. Yep, that would do for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm trying to make it make sense. But if it's not perfect, then that's fine. I think now to make it more Halloween-y, I'm gonna go into this purple. So I'm gonna use the same brush kind of like put it right at the edge. And I'm gonna switch it to a smaller brush then to drag it out and make it like an underline. See if that idea is a good one or a failure. This turned out much better than this one, but I'm gonna clean it out. It's fine. So the camera shut down while I was cleaning this up, but basically what I did, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the viewfinder because to be honest, it looks quite cool. I used like a flat brush. This is from Made by Mitchell. All of the brushes I tend to use from Made by Mitchell. And with P. Louise base, I get a P size of this product and kind of like drag it and tap. Teeny tiny bit patchy, not gonna lie, you can't see it from the airplane, but it's a tiny bit patchy. If I'm kind of like, I'm so sorry, if I'm like applying it and kind of like slightly blending it out, you can't tell, but I think it's a troublesome purple. Purples are troublesome in general. It's just this one, it feels a tiny bit more troublesome. Maybe because I combine it with green, which also it is troublesome. I think I'm ready to go into the green, which is this shade, this marvelous shade. We also have shade Virtual, which I actually noticed now. It has blue glitter. I actually thought initially it's like silver, but it's definitely blue. Fun. Anyway, I'm definitely gonna go into machine. So let me take a flat brush, this tiny one that is from Morphe. Oh my god, look at that. You see, like flaky? Might fall out, we'll see. Ooh, definitely very foiled. Let me see with the finger. Oh, I'm so ready for this. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel it's a tiny bit more foily with the finger, but I wouldn't say it's much difference. It's good with the brush as well. You kind of have to scrape them a bit, not gonna lie. Like, for example, I think initially I got lucky, but now I'm just finding myself scraping the eyeshadow just because it's quite wet. Gorgeous shade. Oh my god, I hope I wasn't out of focus, but this is a gorgeous shade. Look at that. Might be fair enough to go into purple and put it right near it. So I'm gonna take the same brush. I don't think that's gonna be any problematic whatsoever. This purple is much more out there than I was expecting. It looks more dull in the pan, but I feel it's quite neon-y, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, it's quite poppy. It pops because it catches the light very nicely. I bet this one all over the eye. I don't know what's with me and purple, but lately I love purple. It definitely did leave a lot of fallout, so I'm gonna try my best to remove it. But you know what? We're gonna have vampire skin today. It's fine. Yeah, the purple is definitely patchy. I don't know if you can see here. I'm trying to rectify it a tiny bit. I'm not quite sure what to put under the eye, to be honest. Should I go with green or black? I tried the black, it's quite pigmented, but it's black. But I used the green. Should I try burgundy? Let's try burgundy. I'm taking an angled brush, very teeny tiny, tiny. Stick up. I think I'm just gonna keep it right at the edge. Try to kind of like connect it a tiny bit. This looks more like a brown in this context, to be honest. Yeah, it's a quite nice way to make my eyes pop, so I'll give credit to that. And I think I'm gonna, oh my god, now it tickles here. What the hell is going on? Okay, now I think I'm gonna put something right in the inner corner of the eye, and I don't know what. Should definitely be more like, let's just go with coat. It is a very like shimmery white eyeshadow. And to be honest, I want to make my eyes pop over there. So I'm taking a tiny brush. Oh my god, this is crumbly. This actually has like quite big specks. I don't know if how well you can see it, but I'm gonna see how I can make it work. Very crumbly. Oh my god, I even forgot to make sure I'm in focus, but this is very crumbly. However, it definitely makes my eye pop. Very crumbly. Like, do you see how I place it? Just because I can't take it like on the tip, I need to take it like on the side and then kind of like work with it. So it's not ideal for the under eye area. However, it is a very kind of like silvery, I would say, nice shade, but it's definitely quite hard to work with. So I think I'm just gonna go with the shimmery green over here just to kind of like connect everything. Take it all the way down actually. I like it. Trying to blend everything in. And I think what I'm gonna do now off camera is put a wing liner and some black eyeliner in. So I'll be right back. So I went ham and applied this lipstick. This is from Dragon Beauty. You can find it at beautybay. And it's shade Black Luxe, I think. You can't see it properly because it's too black. But it is Black Luxe for sure, because I remember she changed the name in collaboration with a black-owned brand, and they kind of like had this charity where they raised money, and basically she changed the name from something on this particular lipstick to Black Luxe. Seriously, I love the eyeshadow. The only thing that I'm like, you know, I'm not like, oh my god, is because I'm already used to the formula. So if you're used to the formula, it is the same formula when it comes to the shimmers. I really like the shimmers. That is the only reason why I always buy this palette. It is for the shimmers, not for anything else. I think the shimmers are such a good dupe for the Huda Beauty one. You can argue with me all day long. That's my personal opinion. I think they're like a good dupe. They're very wet-like, and I just like them. So yeah, the only sad part to these is that they are limited edition. And I noticed this shade, Hardcore, they already have it in one of my limited edition palettes. It's the Age of Opulence, which is literally exactly the last year's kind of like Halloween, Christmas palette. Let me show it to you. You can definitely see it's the same shade. Like, it is definitely the same shade. This is really well loved. I always like, look at the state of like the mirror. Even like, it's quite dirty. I'm not saying I'm using it as much as I should, but seriously, the shimmers in these are to die for. Whenever I like the color story, for example, New Mood, I didn't like it. I didn't like New Mood. But this one, it was like a piece of me. Definitely a piece of me. Anyway, let's move on to swatching it. Since we already spoke about the eyeshadow, I think there are like some shades. Obviously, I went with the green and purple. They are a bit more trickier to use, but I've never had any problems with the browns. I mean, I already used this brown and this brown actually, both to blend out in the crease, and they were fine. They blend out like a dream. It's just obviously the hardcore kind of like colors, they don't blend that easily. However, I buy these palettes for the shimmers, and I'm not disappointed at all. So let's start with the swatches. Starting off with Atmosphere, Wax, Transmission, Plasma, Virtual, Reality, Encrypted, Slime, Machine, and Space. These are the first two raws. Moving on to Nightmare, Grunge, Hack, look at that, Algorithm, and Distortion. They look amazing. Dark Matter, Grime, Source, Code, and Hardcore. I mean, look at those shimmers, they are blinding. I think I'm taking off this lipstick. I think I look way too gothic. I just think it's too much. These eyeshadows, shimmers, they are serving me right. I really love this palette. No surprise here. It's just more to see the eyeshadows in action. In terms of shimmers, of course. Seriously, I don't have any words. So for the past year, I said, and I'm still saying, the shimmers make the palette. Because I came with a conclusion. I don't have time to blend out my eyeshadow like my matte, so I just put like a random brown in the crease. And then slather some eyeshadow, I mean technically yeah, eye shimmer, glitter, whatever, onto my lid. That's the kind of like way. And to be honest, I realized I'm more into the graphic stuff like this. I've never been into let's blend it to the gods. I'm not. Messy, graphic, or just a very well blended brown. That's my jam. And I love the eye look. I think it looks really dope with this lip. I think the black was too much, way too much. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was useful and relevant. And if it was, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I upload every single week at least a video. I know I haven't been behaving good in the past couple of months, but I promise you I am back. So if you liked this video, it was useful and relevant, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I upload every single week at least a video, if not more. And hopefully I'm gonna see you within the next one. Bye!